Thanks for staying with us. The federal government, through the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Pantami, has revealed that a total of 12.9 million attacks originating within and outside Nigeria were recorded during the presidential election. According to Pantami, no fewer than 1.5 million threats to public websites and portals were recorded daily, adding that the figure skyrocketed to 6.9 million on presidential election day. A statement on Tuesday by the spokesperson for the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Uwa Sulaiman, noted that during this period, series of hacking attempts were recorded. He said these include distributed denial of service, email and intrusion prevention system attacks, secure shell login attempts, blunt force injection attempts, path traversal, detection, evasion, and forceful browsing. The statement noted that the minister had directed all the parastatals to enhance their 24/7 monitoring of the networks for potential attacks from 24 February 2023 to 27 February 2023, and on 24 February 2023 inaugurated the Ministerial Standing Committee on advisory role for the protection of Nigerian cyberspace and IT infrastructure. The president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said he has no preferred candidate for the leadership of both the Senate and the House of Representatives in the 10th National Assembly. Tinubu, represented by Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima, disclosed this at a meeting with the new members-elect to the National Assembly in Abuja. A member-elect for Bungudu, Maru Federal Constituency of Zamfara State, Abdul Malik Bungudu, revealed this to the media shortly after the meeting. Bungudu, who spoke in the Hausa language, revealed that Tinubu told attendees that he had no preferred candidate for any of the principal offices of the 10th National Assembly. He quoted Shettima as saying that for now, Tinubu does not have anybody that he prefers to have as Senate President or Speaker, but consultations are going to continue to get the way out for the party. He also quoted Shettima as saying the consultation is also to ensure the party emerges victorious in the forthcoming governorship and House of Assembly elections. A senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, says in spite of the challenges related to the February 25th presidential and National Assembly elections, many positives were recorded, including the destruction of the meat of political structure. Speaking on Monday, Falana said, in the just concluded elections, the people showed that they are the structure. Falana said young people have also shown this time around that they are going to determine the future of the country. And thirdly, one needs not to be a money bag to contest elections in Nigeria. The human rights lawyer said another development is that whereas the Senate chambers had been converted to a resting home for former governors, this time around many of the governors lost their seats and will not be able to go back to the National Assembly. He also noted that sitting governors and seating the president could not win their states for their political parties. So, in spite of the challenges, a number of positive developments was recorded by the country. He, however, lamented the inability of the Independent National Electoral Commission to upload results to their central server electronically in real time as they promised ahead of the elections, but hopes the electoral body addresses the challenge before Saturday's governorship and state assembly elections. Governor Bello Matawali of Zamfara State has described the recent Supreme Court verdict on old currency notes and subsequent compliance by the Central Bank of Nigeria as a victory for all Nigerians. This was contained in a statement issued on Tuesday by Special Advisor on Media and Communication, Zailami Bampa. According to the statement, Governor Matawali believes that the court procedures which communicated in the reversal of the earlier CBN's rash implementation of the cashless policy is for the good of the country's microeconomy and the well-being of the common man. He said those who accuse them of going to court for the sake of the presidential elections, even as Nigerians groan under the policy implementation, are now proven wrong, as they did not relent until they succeeded in achieving their demand to its logical conclusion. The governor commended President Muhammadu Buhari for distancing his administration from any attempt to disrespect the verdict of the Supreme Court on the issue, believing that the action has greatly facilitated the victory of the people. The governor says he expects all banks to be in full compliance, while the public is admonished to fully recognize the value of the old Naira note once again until the last day of December this year. Lagos State Governor Babatunde Sanwo-Olu on Monday directed residents of the state to go ahead and have transactions with the old Naira notes, saying Lagosians should feel free to use the old notes for commercial purposes. Governor Sanwo-Olu, in a letter addressed to Lagosians, said his directive on the collection of the old Naira note is based on the Supreme Court verdict, which extends the validity of the notes to December 31, 2023, and the Bankers Committee directive to the commercial banks after its meeting on Sunday. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who expresses displeasure at the difficulties and pains Lagosians are currently facing over the Naira redesign issues, said Lagos State government will sanction any business that fails to collect the old notes. He warned that any bank branch that failed to collect would be shut down immediately and reported to the Central Bank of Nigeria. The governor told Lagos residents to lodge complaints against any bank that refuses to accept deposits of old notes to the Lagos State Consumer Protection Agency. The Rule of Law, Advocacy and Accountability Center has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to take action against the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, and the Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele for failing to obey the orders of the Supreme Court. In a statement signed by the Executive Director Okechukwu Onwaguma on Tuesday, the group said it was not persuaded by the statement issued by the spokesperson of the president, which had stated that Buhari neither directed the Attorney General of the Federation nor the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria to disobey the order of the Supreme Court. Onwaguma stated that it did not make sense for the president's spokesperson to make excuses for him when Malami and Emefiele were both answerable to the president. The Supreme Court had on March 3, 2023, directed that the old 200 Naira, 500 Naira and 1,000 Naira notes remain legal tender until the 31st of December 2023. The group, however, noted that the Attorney General and the CBN Governor were public officials and that the bulk stopped at the table of the president. They added that Buhari had failed to lead by example in previous rulings of the courts, which had repeatedly directed the release of Omoyele Sowore, Al-Zanzaki, and Nnamdi Kanu. Barely 4 days to the governorship and state assembly elections, gunmen had kidnapped the Accord Party candidate for the Ogba Ogbema Ndoni local government area constituency 2 in the Rivers State House of Assembly, Chukwudi Ogbonna. Ogbonna was reportedly kidnapped at gunpoint while driving in his car at Rumo Igbo community in the Obio Akpo local government area of the state on Monday night. The candidate's cousin's brother, Ifiaka Nwakiri, who confirmed the incident on Tuesday morning, said the abductors took him with his Mercedes car, and the development has been reported at the Kala police station. Nwakiri pleaded with Governor Nyesom Wike, the Commissioner of Police, the Director of the Department of State Services, and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps to swing into action to make sure that they rescue engineer Chukwudi Ogbonna.